Hi, Anton, and welcome to Loyalty Economics. 5 minutes, one expert. If you were to choose the most important factor in loyalty economics, which would it be and why?
Hi, Carly. Thanks for having me on. It's a great question. I love this one. When I talk to loyalty marketers and talk to marketers in general, I talk about the loyalty illusion. And it often gets people to stop and go, "Oh, what is that?" So I love your response there. But it's buzz versus business. And when you talk
Good.
about and ask me about the economics behind loyalty programs, I find most modern programs are talking about the buzz, a lot of excitement around, engagement, interaction, AI obviously being applied, and lots of
Mm,
great tech and becoming more frictionless and all these great qualities, which is awesome. But the actual business rigor and commercial rigor and fundamentals underpinning the program are often missing. So I got coined the ROI guy early on in
I
my
love this
career.
name.
And it came out of because I used to create the ROI projections. Bit of a maths nerd from school, but I write the maths and ROI projections. So for this, it's getting the business fundamentals right and the commercial rigor. With loyalty, it's about obviously product purchase at a customer level, but most programs look at revenue per customer, sales revenue per customer, and then the recency, frequency, monetary, etc. I take it down to marginal contribution or profit figure per product, so per SKU, and say to clients, assign a marginal contribution figure on every product, and then wrap that up to a customer value. So Carly's customer value is worth $500 marginal contribution, not revenue. She might spend about $2,000. But
Mm,
businesses don't run on revenue; they run on margin and profit. So that's the big miss that I see. Firstly, underpinning loyalty programs, and then that way you can analyze all the true loyalty measures. You can start to look at acquisition, obviously, and look at cost per acquisition, but filter it by quality. So if I'm buying lots of cheap, low margin product initially, that might be fine from an acquisition perspective because my numbers look great in terms of volume.
yeah,
But if I
yeah.
look at the other side and look at customer value, and say, well, it's actually very wafer thin margins. I can grow your margin repertoire and product repertoire that has higher margin product. But that's then a strategy to say, I want to get you in on low cost products or low margin products and upsell, cross sell, etc. So you can look at your CAC, you can look at lifetime value. I look at life stage value as well. To that point, you could start quite low
Yes.
value, medium to high. So that rigor is what I see missing. And I suppose the second point in that is incrementality. A
Mm,
lot of people don't talk about incrementality. They say, well, we generated X margin or X profit. And you go, that's fine. You break that down per segment, per customer segment, and look at your value tiers or your points tiers or whatever you analyze. It could look good, but have you actually shifted someone over 6 months or
yes.
12 months? Now, it sounds obvious, but then I ask the question, what's the incremental shift on each of your customer segments and cohorts? And often when I ask that question, clients are going, oh, we haven't got that analysis or we don't know. I can tell you overall, but that's the point, right? In loyalty marketing, it's about making you, Carly, or you, the listener, more loyal to my business or my products or my services. But I need to be profitable, so I must base it on margin. And I've got to measure the shift, the incremental shift that you were worth $500, you're now worth $1,000 in margin. So that's incremental 500, and then you can work out your ROI. So back to the ROI guy, your ROI
Yeah.
must be on incremental margin, incremental shifts in your customer base. So that's why I talk about the
Thank
loyalty illusion. There's an
I
illusion out
love
there
this
that,
so
that
much.
I'm
Thank
being
you,
loyal.
Anton.
Does that make
The
sense?
illusion, it's perfect. Absolutely does. And even your point around life stage, that's such an important part of this, that depending on where the customer or the member is, that can also indicate ROI per that customer segment, right?
Yeah, yeah. And also a lot of programs you see, they give offers straight up. As soon as you join, you get the
Mm,
5% off, 10% off, 25% off. With frenzies at the moment and Black Friday, we're getting all these discounts and offers.
yeah.
But you haven't actually got me into the brand world. Like educate me on your products and your services and what value you offer. So again, that early life stage building relationship and knowledge rather than offers, trinkets, points, and all that buzz is often a missed point as well.
Oh, fabulous. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining Loyalty Economics today. Great to see you, Anton.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me on, Carly.
Thank you.